Breaking news out of the W. Golden State Valkyries guard Veronica Burton was named the 2025 Kia WNBA Most Improved Player. Received 68 of the 72 votes. In her first season with Golden State, Burton posted career highs across the board, becoming the first player in WNBA history to boost her numbers by at least 5 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists per game from one season to another. Game 1 between the Valkyries and the top-seeded Lynx started strong for Golden State. They had a 10-point lead early, but Minnesota showed why. They're the league's #1 team the rest of the way. You'll see here, Nafisa Collier and the Lynx. Lynx passing the perimeter. Collier three-pointer is good. Collier with 20.6 boards. Lynx up 16. Earlier in the fourth, Jessica Shepard blocked by Ileana Rupert, but Rupert is called for the foul. Valkyries head coach Natalie Nakase is irate. Gets called for a tee. Lynx win 101-72, take a 1-0 series lead. Dream hosting the Fever. Game 1. There's Caitlin Clark. Obviously not playing today. So Gray drives to the paint, hits the jumper. 20.6 boards, 4 assists. Dream up 4. Gray finds Ryan Howard here on the wing.
Boy, those two really had it going in this game.
Howard had 26 and 2. Dream win 80-68, take a 1-0 lead in their series. Good news for fans of the Lynx, Aces, and Dream and Liberty. Teams that have won Game 1 of a best of 3 have gone on to win the series 71% of the time in WNBA history. For more on the weekend's action, here's our WNBA countdown team of Elle, Andrea, and Chanae.
We appreciate you, NBA Today. Welcome into our WNBA studios here in Bristol alongside Chanae Gumake and Andrea Carter. I'm Elle Donkey. We had 2 routes and an overtime thriller. We're going to hand out some game balls. And let's start with the Liberty and Mercury, the closest game. You guys said pregame this had the potential to be the best matchup in the first round. Who are you giving your game balls to?
Game ball, for me, goes to Natasha Cloud.
Okay.
Natasha Cloud came out for the New York Liberty on the road where she used to play. Remember, she was in Phoenix last season, so she's familiar with that arena, but she set the tone early with her physicality on both ends of the floor, her drive to the basket. She knocked down threes. I thought her energy and the edge that she played with made the difference for New York. She was 5 of 5 from the field in the first half, perfect from the floor, but throughout the entire game, she finished with, 23 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, a full stat line for Natasha Cloud.
So honorable mention, maybe a high five.
Yeah, okay.
Is going to go to JJ, Jonquel Jones. I know on the stat sheet you might be like, 7 points, 12 rebounds, or 12 rebounds mattered most, but also it was just her defense. Defensively, she was so good, especially in the first quarter, in particular, limiting Alyssa Thomas, who she knows very well, played 6 years with her in Connecticut. That defensive job was very important for them to sort of slow them down, and I do believe that she's going to be the X factor moving forward, knowing that we don't know Stewie's status.
Well, exactly. We definitely saw Breanna Stewart. Yeah. It looked like she hurt her knee, not the knee that saw her miss time this season, as LaChina Robinson, our colleague, noted. However, we all just started yelling at the prospect that she could potentially be hurt.
Yeah, it's devastating. I mean, we certainly hope that she's okay. We don't know anything right now, but Breanna Stewart, 18 points on 7 of 14 from the field. Also, if you think about it from Phoenix's perspective, Satu Sabally had that matchup a lot. And Satu struggled on the offensive end, and you wonder if it's because she was working so hard on the defensive end, having to guard Breanna Stewart. She's an MVP, she's a champion, she's an Olympian. Stewie, there's so many things she does for this team. You want her in the playoffs, you need her in the playoffs.
And oftentimes we said that the rich got richer in getting Emma Miesemann, having that luxury of that additional body in the front court who happens to be a finals MVP and a champion, truly is going to help them as they navigate this.
At the time of us recording this, again, we don't have an update yet on when Stewie will be available, how hurt she is. But let's talk about a Minnesota team that set a franchise record for biggest and largest win in postseason history. Who gets your game ball in their game over the Valkyries?
Normally, I would say Nafisa Collier because she had a quiet 20 points in like 26 minutes. But I actually want to give it to Kayla McBride, K-Mac, because she made some tough buckets, particularly from 3. She made 3 threes on the night. She just was efficient, effective, and that veteran presence that really helps them.
Yeah, I'm going to give credit to Natisha Heidemann as well, because when you have someone that can come in and score 18 points off of the bench, that's more than the Golden State Valkyries had from their entire bench, right? So Natisha Heidemann coming in, you obviously mentioned Fee, but for Minnesota as a whole, their defense, when they turned up their defense, Golden State Valkyries started having problems.
They did. Natisha Heidemann, a plus 32, plus minus, one of the best we've ever seen mean for the Lynx in franchise postseason history. All right, and our final game that we're going to recap here, the Atlanta Dream get their first postseason win since 2018.
Wow.
They, of course, take down the Fever. Who's getting your game ball on that one?
This was tough because they both showed up in Cowboy Carter outfits. That is Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, but I'm actually going to give it to Ryan Howard. They both had 20 points. Really, they should both get the game ball. But Ryan Howard got popped in the mouth. She had split lips. She had to go back into the locker room. That was in the first half. Came back in the second half and still balled out, put on a show. But both of them, 20 points. They did their thing.
So you guys, on NBA Today, Kendrick Perkins always has this, phrase, you have to be a star in your role.
Yeah.
And they have someone that is truly a star in their role. Honorable mention, Naz Hillman, 16 points, 5 for 7 from the field, AP 6th Player of the Year, just received that award. To me, they have depth in a way that is really helping them at this moment.
So what you're saying for Naz, the world is hers? That she was Illmatic?
She was Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Yeah.
If she ruled the
We
world,
actually got that one.
Imagine that. You got that reference? We love that.
An early birthday celebration for Dennis Schroder, who turns 32 today. And what better present than a EuroBasket MVP? He adds to an impressive international resume, winning the 2023 FIBA World Cup before taking EuroBasket this year, winning MVP both times. He also led Germany to the bronze at the 2022 EuroBasket. Ramona, does he have a case for the Hall of Fame?
I think he has a strong case, and I think he will get into the Hall of Fame based on his accomplishments on the international stage. Tim Bontemps said on your Hoop Collective the other day, there's only 6 players who have done Dennis Schroder has done now. EuroBasket MVP and World Cup MVP, and they're all in the Hall of Fame. And so I think Dennis the Menace, get ready for Springfield.
Hey, man, listen, you have that kind of experience and success, you deserve it. So Schroder took down Turkish star Alperen Sengun in the championship game, who had 28 points in the loss. Tim, what can Sengun take away from this EuroBasket experience?
I think this can boost him and maybe to an All-NBA type of season. He was an All-Star for the first time last season, but it was almost because it was like somebody on the Rockets had to do it. They've got too many wins. Swagger's never been an issue, but he's got more of that than ever. And I think he's also springier than ever. Some of those finishes in Europe were pretty nasty.
Okay, let's go. Let's see. All right, and in the bronze medal game, Giannis and Greece took down Finland to place for the first time since winning the bronze back in 2009. Giannis finished with 30 points and 17 rebounds. He finished second in scoring for the entire tournament with 27 per game. Giannis has done a lot of things in his 12-year NBA career. What do you make of what he said about winning the bronze medal being the greatest accomplishment of his life?
First of all, I love this. And this is a reminder of why people love Giannis in the first place. The guy just loves basketball. He loves winning. And this reminds us that this dude doesn't just love winning. He loves winning his way. He loves winning with his friends, with his family, for his country. And this kind of shines a light a little bit to me about why this dude has stuck with Milwaukee for so long. There's been so many opportunities for him to go out and join a super team, maybe go to the Warriors, go to the Rockets this year or something like that and win a bunch of championships. But this dude wants to win with the people he is loyal to. That includes his home country, that includes his family, that includes Milwaukee. Now, will this bear out NBA championship anytime soon? I don't necessarily see that in Milwaukee with him in these next few seasons. But for Giannis, it's just about playing the right way and playing around the people that make him happy. That's bigger than basketball. I just love this clip, and it tells us so much about Giannis.
Tim?
Listen, biggest accomplishment in his career, greatest accomplishment in his career, I'm going to go the 50-piece to close out the NBA Finals. But what you saw there was the raw emotion. That's Giannis stepping right off the floor. I think you also saw Giannis this deep in his career, having been through what he's been through the last few years in particular, realizing just how precious these opportunities to win a trophy, to win a medal, just how precious those are. And he is an extremely loyal dude. That's why he's still in Milwaukee. And look, we've been on Giannis' watch for like 7 years now, since his brother Kostas, who, by the way, had a great EuroBasket, was the last pick in the draft by the Dallas Mavericks in the Luka Brunson draft. That's how long teams have been lining up.
I read that in a book or something.
There you go. That's how long teams have been lining up, hoping to get a shot at Giannis. If he hasn't left Milwaukee by now, I don't think he's ever leaving. If he's not leaving Milwaukee, it's going to be extremely difficult for Giannis to be in a position to win another championship in the NBA. So, yeah, that was a precious opportunity that he seized yesterday.
Look, it was unlikely for Greece to medal here, just like it is probably unlikely for the Milwaukee Bucks to win another title as currently constructed. But the reason why they won is because things just broke right. I mean, who would have thought they would finish ahead of Serbia or even Slovenia? There's a lot of really good teams in the EuroBasket that the Greeks finished ahead of. And I think the Bucks can do the same thing because they did go all out this summer as best they could. They went and got Miles Turner. I think Kyle Kuzma is going to be better. He had a really rough adjustment coming over there. He couldn't be much worse.
Rough is an understatement.
I mean, he couldn't be much
Damning
worse,
with faint
right?
praise.
So there's only one way up, and that's up. But I just think this team being together with the pressure of knowing that Giannis is wanting to win and the stakes here, I think he's going to be highly motivated going into the season. And look at this Eastern Conference. If things break right, maybe they don't have to take out the Cavs. Maybe they don't have to take out the Orlando Magic. If things break right, just like they did at this EuroBasket, they could find themselves in a conference final.
I thought the interesting thing was afterwards at the podium, he talked about, like, look, when I win an MVP, my mom is happy, my brother's happy, maybe my agent's happy. But I made 12 million people happy. And I think that's the thing that resonates with him. And you can see it, like the emotion is pouring out of him.
No, there is a different type of feeling that these guys get representing their country.
No doubt.
You know, that's why Luka's going and playing every single year with Slovenia, you know, including this year where, George, you might have been able to crack that Slovenian rotation. He's out there trying to play anyways. But if Giannis wins another trophy in the NBA, it will be MVP.
All right, well, it wasn't all love for Giannis necessarily after Greece won the bronze medal. He might have caught a stray from Alperen Sengun. Here's what he said about Giannis and playing against him in Greece. Giannis is not a great passer. He's an amazing player, but, you know, he's not a great passer. So we just tried to help and jump to close the paint. Giannis responded by saying, check my YouTube clips, by the way. Just letting everybody know. Yeah. Any reaction to that?
Listen, Sengun, you're a good young player. This is a two-time MVP, a finals MVP. You don't need to be nitpicking this guy's game.
What's the biggest question, I guess, facing Wemby and the Spurs?
I think the biggest question going into camp, going into the season, is how exactly is this young guard trio going to fit together? And that's going to be on hold. Unfortunately, Dylan Harper, number 2 overall pick, recently had thumb surgery. He might be ready for the season opener, maybe, maybe not. But look, they traded for De'Aaron Fox last year, splashing move. They didn't know they were getting Dylan Harper at the time. Fox got his max extension. Stephon Castle coming off a Rookie of the Year campaign. You know, how's Dylan Harper going to fit? I assume Harper will be coming off the bench. 96 minutes in the 2 guard spots. They say all 3 of them are going to play. But again, exactly how is that trio going to fit together and going to fit around Wembanyama is the biggest question for the Spurs going into the season.
Work in progress for sure. We know Victor will be getting help on the floor, but he's also trying to get the Spurs some help off the floor as well. Over the weekend, Wembanyama held tryouts for the new supporters section in San Antonio, a dedicated group of fans that Wemby wanted to bring unmatched energy to all 41 of their home games at Frostbank Center. Wemby had the final say on who made the cut, but I'll let you be the judge on how it all went. All right, here we go.
Let's go!
Wemby P, I like that.
I do like the ice throne. Shout out to Iceman George Gervin back in the day.
Wemby liked that one.
Okay.
Oh, the drums. There we go.
Now, see, I like these guys.
Oh, I love these guys.
on.
Hey,
These guys are the best.
never go wrong with a cape.
Oh, he got them. He got Victor out playing the bongo. There we go.
All right, so there you go.